To the delight of this crowd, McClendon marches down the dugout steps with first base. McCutcheon's throw. The runner breaks to the plate. Here's the throw. Wow. He is out. The Buccos win.
That ball's hit well to left center field. Back toward the track. And that ball is gone.
You are listening to the North Shore 9 podcast. Follow them on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. Also, make sure to watch NS9 Live every Thursday on Twitch and help support by becoming a patron. Let's go Bucks!
Won this game, and an incredible game. You can raise the Jolly Roger and call it maybe the best all time in Pittsburgh. What a game.
There we go. I did it again. We're live. Yo, yo, yo. It's NS9 Live. I am Anthony DiNardo. With me is Tyler and Jim. I'm watching the damn stream that I'm not watching the actual what we're doing, and that's why I've been behind these past two times. But I do apologize. We are live. What up?
Moron. Amateur hour.
It seriously is.
What's
We
new?
haven't been doing this. This is the first time.
I just want the fans to know that I was not the last one in the Zoom call. That would be Jim. So the reason we are late is because of Jim. Also,
I
he has
was
bad
the
football
one-
opinions.
I was the one who said, though, that we weren't going to start on time. So I had to make sure that happened.
Well, yeah, I got here at 9, so we weren't started on time no matter what.
Well, just a little peek behind the curtain. You know why Jim was late?
He's probably defending Lamar Jackson on Twitter.
No, he's already done that. That's already done. He spent all week doing that. No, he was actually submitting his cameo to Anthony Alford tonight.
Yeah.
So
Yes. Yeah. I'm pretty excited. So Mike Persak sent that to me in a message. He was like, "Oh man, this is for you." So yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I would imagine somebody's got to do a cameo of Anthony Alford talking to me. Like there's got to be something.
Jim, why do you think you're so important that people care that much?
I'm just saying, it is only $20 to get an Anthony Alford cameo. It is just $20 for anyone who might, I don't know, have $20 just to share, right? Just $20 to blow away. Help Anthony Alford out. I'm not sure where the money's going. Could be him for this offseason. It could be for some charity. But it is just $20 to get a cameo from Anthony Alford. So, I don't know, Jim.
I think Jim's just jealous because Anthony Alford was a better quarterback than his favorite quarterback.
Doesn't even warrant a response.
God. Such a Lamar. I'm not even going to go there. Anyways, it is the North Shore 9. It is Pirates baseball talk, even though it's the Pirates off season because it is October. And that's the Pirates for you. But yeah, I mean, there's not a whole lot of talk I guess we got to go into. I guess really if we want to touch on some news and notes, Eric Gonzalez has elected free agency. So there's that. That's one less person you have to worry about for next year, probably. So no more Eric Gonzalez Tatis Jr. Any thoughts?
I just go back to the trade.
Jordan Luplow?
Yeah, but they did get Thomas out of it, which is a saving grace. But thankfully they got him, which I would assume Neil Huntington was after him, or else there's no reason to make that trade because Luplow was, I think a lot of people thought he was going to be at least somewhat productive.
I don't know. I'm not like over here saying, "Oh, we should have kept Jordan Luplow." I really don't care. I think the thing that Eric Gonzalez should most be known for is hurting Starling Marte.
Yes.
Which brought us Brian Reynolds. Like who would have maybe Brian Reynolds would have never even played that year, if Marte hadn't gotten hurt. Reynolds would have just been in AAA, hitting 300, and we'd just be like, "Oh yeah, that's just what he does," and blah blah blah. We would have never even known who he was.
Right. Tyler would be shitting all over him. Oh, he's just a fourth outfielder. He's just a fourth outfielder. And since he would have made that debut in 2020, we would have only seen the 2021 version of Brian Reynolds. And Tyler would have been all his glory. I told you guys he's terrible. I told you guys he's terrible. So I don't know. Things could have been different.
I don't think that would have happened because last year I was not saying Brian Reynolds is terrible.
Well, it's because you saw a 2020 version of Brian Reynolds.
You saw 2019.
Yeah, but no, if you know me,
I meant 19. Yeah.
Yeah, but if you know me, you know that I'm going to throw away all the good stuff and say it was a fluke. Not with Brian Reynolds. I did not do that.
Fair enough. But I guess
he had that big BABIP too in 2019.
If it wasn't for Eric Gonzalez, he never would have broke. Was it his collarbone? I forget now. Was it Marte's collarbone?
Collarbone, I think. Yeah.
So he never would have broke Marte's collarbone, which therefore Brian Reynolds never would have made that debut. So thank you, Eric Gonzalez. Have a nice day.
Yeah. It might have been Gonzalez's collarbone.
Yeah, it was Gonzalez's collarbone. And Marte was only out for like a week.
Yeah, Marte was out he was out longer a week, but
with 2 weeks. He had a concussion, I think.
Oh, I think it was like 2 months. Marte was out a while.
I think you're full of shit.
I don't think it was 2 months. I thought it was out. I thought it was like a 6 week time frame though. But you're right. It was Gonzalez's collarbone. What was it with Marte?
It was like a rib or something. Then like hurt his ribs.
It could have been a rib.
I mean, Starling Marte only played, and he missed about 30 games. So he was out at least probably a month.
So
we're all
abdominal wall contusion and a bruised right quad. So that was Marte.
There you go. Yeah.
But anyhow, if Tanaj Thomas turns out good, then Eric Gonzalez might be remembered fondly. Brian Reynolds and Thomas.
And as we mentioned on Tuesday in Starbucks, Thomas might not. I mean, he's a Rule 5 candidate. We'll see. We'll see what happens there.
They're going to protect him.
We'll see.
They're going to protect him.
So everything we talked about pre-show, Tyler, right? Buck Spaceman just replies, does Tyler have a new mic? Sounds much clearer. Yes.
Yeah, my bad.
Yeah, what happened was I don't think we were actually using Mike's or Tyler's mic last week. It was coming through the computer.
So yeah, I kind of stole the webcam from work, and then my settings got messed up, and our mediocre producer decided, you know what? I'm not going to test Tyler's mic this episode.
That mic was just a fashion statement last week. That's all it was.
It's cool. DiNardo sent me a webcam.
You're not lying.
And I haven't even opened the package yet.
So hold on. Yeah. Let's. Okay. Can we talk about that right now? So here I am trying to better the show. I go and send Jim a webcam.
Is that the one you offered to me first?
Yeah. Not this. I mean, clearly you needed it more than anyone. But since you had the accessibility of stealing stuff from work, then we're good. Yeah. But no, for real. So I send this to Jim, and I'm not talking about this past Monday. I'm talking about last Monday. This thing was there. When he was in Denver, this thing was showing up at his house, and it's just sitting in a box, unopened. He doesn't even know what it looks like.
Jim was a mile high. He didn't know he was getting anything.
No, I mean it's sitting on top of my fireplace right now. I haven't.
Come on, man. I want it back. I want it back.
Are you using it to watch your cat, like while you're at work?
Oh no, it's still in the package.
Oh, okay, perfect.
Like I haven't opened. I haven't opened the.
It's his nanny cam.
Yeah.
He's just gonna save it to give it to his wife as a Christmas present.
What are you guys doing with that cam?
Yeah.
I was trying to just stay out of the gutter there and pretend she had like a stay-at-home job, but now DiNardo took it there.
I'm the one.
I mean, you didn't make it better. Just, I mean, let's be serious. Anyway,
but yeah, I don't know. I don't know if this is a good webcam or what it looks like. I have no idea.
Well, it was my old.
We don't need Jim to have a better webcam. That way, we don't have Bucko Mike talking about his dirty beard.
Yeah.
He's going to see that way too clear. All them grades are going to be
1080p.
popping.
So, anyways, getting this back on track. Since you guys
That's
hate my
boring.
production, and then I try to better it, and you guys don't even care for it. Don't even use it. So, whatever. But yes, back to the
I
Pirates.
am clear as day right now. You're welcome.
No. That's, I mean, you were probably better off not being so clear. But
I know.
regardless,
I looked really good, all pixelated.
your potato cam.
I know. I look much better.
So Gonzalez gone.
Our female
Whatevs.
audience has dropped.
Other than that, the Arizona Fall League is underway. We're day 2 of it. Nobody's pitched. So far we've had who? Smith and
John
Jigma.
Smith and Jigba hit a double yesterday.
Jigba.
Nick
In
Gonzalez.
Twice
In Jigba.
in Jigba. That's how you say it.
In Jigba.
Doubled and walked twice yesterday. Nick Gonzalez went 1 for 4.
Yeah.
And then today, G1 Bay walked twice and hit a homer, I think.
Yes. Hit a homer.
Yeah.
Hit a homer. The power's still there.
The power's there.
I don't know what's happening. I mean, I get it. It's Arizona. So there's a bit light, as Jim might know. It's pretty high as well out there. But, I mean, Bay hit another home run. I mean, he starts off the Arizona Fall League with a homer. Is this like legit? I mean, is Bay sincerely adding power to his game right now as well? I'm intrigued by this.
I'm not allowed to talk about G1 Bay.
No, you're not. I mean, I think you have to say that he's added a little bit of power, right? I mean, going into this year, he didn't hit a single homer.
Right.
Shocker, he didn't hit anything.
In his entire professional baseball career, no home runs. This year he hit 8. And now in his first game playing against the best competition in the minor leagues, he just hit another homer. So I'm intrigued a little bit. Like I think he's worth watching. Like I know we kind of fall in love with Cruz and Peguero and Gonzalez when it comes to our middle infield prospects, but you know, if Bay didn't come with all of the off the field baggage, and by baggage I just mean you know, obviously we all know what he did, but if it wasn't that, he would be a higher ranked prospect in my opinion. Like I think that alone is kind of keeping him back a little bit. Because, I mean, if you look at his tools, he can hit the ball. He's super fast. He's versatile out there in the field. He's a good-looking prospect. His age, he's young still. He's 21. Yeah, I mean, he's interesting. I guess he just turned 22.
I think the part that kind of holds him back in the prospect rankings, other than what we know, is he's really a second baseman without much pop. And there are athletic, fast second basemen that are going to hit close to an empty 300 all over the place. So I kind of think that's what's holding back right now. Like you guys said, the power makes a difference.
Yeah, I mean, like, so there are people like that, but there are also higher ranked prospects with people. There are people
Like
out there with the same tools that J1 Bay has that are higher ranked prospects. Yeah, I mean, Marcano, like he's a higher ranked prospect. You look at somebody like in the Ray system, Xavier Edwards. Like Xavier Edwards is worse than G1 Bay, but Xavier Edwards is the top 100 prospect. And he's just an all bat second baseman with no power. So and there's people out there who like fit the same mold as him, but Bay just doesn't get the prospect love because of the off the field stuff.
It's also been a really slow burn with him, though. He's been in the system for what feels like forever.
I mean, has he though?
It feels like he's been there for a long time.
I mean,
3 years.
I guess it just feels longer to me.
Yeah. I mean, he was young. I mean, he's still young perspective wise. I mean, he's still young, but of course he was really young when he came over after the whole Atlanta Braves fiasco. But
yeah.
I mean,
Plus,
I don't know. I guess
he missed the minor league system or a minor league season, and he was suspended for a portion of another. So you really haven't seen much of him.
That's also true. This is probably, I mean, this really was I guess in 19, he had pretty much a full season. This year he did as well. But I was gonna say, I mean, I don't know. I can maybe get behind Jim a little bit there. I've never like been in love with Bay though. I think he's interesting. He's a guy. But I think kind of like Tyler, it's a very empty. Like he hits the ball very well. He's got a good ball skills, good average. On base is decent, but like that's it. So if the power is starting to come potentially, as we maybe are seeing right now. Now maybe I can start getting behind more of what you're saying, Jim. I don't know if like I don't see this guy really being like a starter in MLB, but maybe now I do.
Yeah.
Potentially.
I guess my thing is I compare him, like if I'm comparing him to somebody, like I'm looking at Xavier Edwards. So I don't know if you're looking at Fangraphs right now, but if you pull up Xavier Edwards Fangraphs page, right? Almost identical profile. AA, just turned 22, short, fast, can hit, no power, right? And you look at Xavier Edwards, first year in AA this year, hit 300, 0 home runs, right? And Xavier Edwards is the number 62 prospect in baseball. So like, why is Xavier Edwards number 62 prospect in baseball when he's basically identical to G1 Bay?
Well, when you put it that way, that's good perspective.
Yeah.
Edwards has 1 home run in his entire minor league career. And that's well over 1,000 at bats. So
like, what is it the difference? Like, what's the difference? They're exactly the same. You could say maybe Edwards is a little faster, but like, that's it.
Okay. I have nothing in that sense. I have nothing in that
There
sense.
might be thoughts that he can move.
I was going to say, I mean, maybe just the tools, I don't know. I don't know.
I don't know anything about him, but I haven't heard much about Bay being an outfielder.
I've actually heard a little bit of chatter about Bay. Bay could always move to center field. Like he's athletic enough to do that.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't want to speculate because I don't really know anything about Edwards.
Yeah.
Yeah. I guess. I don't know, Jim. I don't know. Maybe that's just the thing. Maybe Edwards gets too much love.
Maybe it's just
he gets too much love.
The Rays getting credit for being smarter than everyone else when they're not.
Well, he was a Padre. Or no. Yeah.
Yeah. Xavier Edwards was the slapdick.
He was part
prospect.
he was the slapdick. There you go. He was a slapdick prospect.
Yep.
So I mean, why can't Bay be the slapdick prospect as well?
Yeah. I guess I'm just looking at him and I'm like, why does Edwards get love and Bay doesn't?
Yeah, that's true. So I think really my point of view on this whole thing is Edwards gets too much love. It's not deserving.
Why does Marcano get love and Bay doesn't?
That's good. Yeah.
So again, to tie it all back, we have the AFL coming in and Bay hit another home run. I mean, that's he has 8 home runs on this year in 84 games. Now he's got another home run in the AFL. If he is bringing that power, that does add a lot more intrigue to his game. He's I'm not saying he's a 20 home run guy, but I mean, you give me 10 home runs in the MLB as a second baseman with his skill set. Okay, I'm cool with that. I mean, really, that's Adam Frazier.
Right, and if you need him to just like be a utility guy, like that's fine too.
Mm-hmm.
Like I feel like I'm more comfortable now with Bay being a future major leaguer than I was going into this year.
I mean, I'm still leery, but if the power is there and it's legit, that helps the cause for sure. We have a comment here. Bucks Basement says played center field this year to give space when Castro came back down to AA. But that's also the thing too. I mean, the way this system is set up, if things pan out, I mean, the middle infield, there's a lot of talent. Someone's going to probably have to move off.
Yeah. He did play 9 games in center field this year.
Yeah. Someone's going to have to move off next year, or someone's going to have to be in the major leagues to start the year because there's not enough spots.
True.
Yeah. I think we talked about that on Tuesday, like almost.
We did.
Castillo.
Well, yeah, we talked about
Castillo.
You talked about it Tuesday, and we talked
yeah.
about it Thursday.
Yeah, we talked about it Thursday too. Yeah, I mean Castillo kind of makes sense as maybe that guy that you add on, right? Because you need to do something because he's a minor league free agent, so you got to add him. And then maybe he's on the team opening day. You know,
Let's do it.
I definitely think if there is a guy that's going to do it, it's him. But that's a song for another episode where we just tear this thing apart. Pull out the notes.
Right. Okay, so there's the AFL. I mean, again, it's just day 2. There's not a whole lot of talk. Probably next week we'll have more info to really dive more into it. So yeah, as of so far, this Thursday, there's not a whole lot to talk about Pirates-wise. So is it time to get into our over and unders? Or anything else you guys wanted to bring up?
let's do it.
So let's start with the
Let's
blank.
do it.
I know Jim teased that he's feeling confident. I'm feeling confident also.
I'm not.
I'm pretty sure we feel like Tyler he's taking the big L in this one. But we haven't even gone through them yet. So I don't know to score who and who's up and who whatever. But let's go down to them. So I guess we'll kind of do what we did before. We'll just go around the horn. My name's first. So I guess we'll start with me. So Chad Cole, I chose the under on 9 Ks per 9. Put it on the board. I win. Chad Cole had a terrible season.
Did I give you that one? God.
Yeah. You
Why did I go
was mad at
9?
you because I had the same thing. But mine was like 7.8 or something like that.
Well, my thought process was that he's going to go into the reliever role a lot sooner.
I mean, that didn't really quite help him either.
Yeah.
It didn't, but you would have thought it would have.
I mean, you would have thought, but it also didn't.
Yeah. I just was not great with this.
No.
Good grief.
All right, Charlie Brown. Yep.
All right. So you got one.
All right.
Got one there.
I'm tallying up so we can keep score. So that was me. The next one will go to Jim. Jim, here you go. Jeff Hartley, over and under 3.999 ERA.
I definitely went over it there, right?
I gotta look this stuff up because I really don't
I
know.
have no idea.
I feel like he absolutely had to have, but yeah, he had.
Oh, he was at 11.
Well, that was his. So that wasn't with the Pirates, though. With the Pirates, he's out at 7.71.
All right.
Thank you.
So, Jim, you take that home.
There we
So,
go.
I mean, you got to talk about Hartley. I mean, you absolutely just hated like that before Anthony Alford existed. Jeff Hartley was your little hate toy. So, how do you think about Jeff Hartley?
Yeah. Oh, it's just garbage. He's terrible. I did take the over, right?
You did take the under.
Okay.
Which
Wait.
a minute. You took the under.
He took the under?
That doesn't make sense.
Someone
you
hit
took
the rewind button.
under?
That doesn't make any sense. Maybe I did. Who knows?
I cannot find
You took the under?
over-unders.
Wait a minute. There's no way.
For some reason, that does sound right to me that he did, for some reason. But I don't remember why.
I already gave you the point. Hold on. I didn't even look at what you saw. I just assumed it was the over. This says under. I'll say this. This is going to go officially into review. I will listen to that podcast.
We need to review that. If I said under 399, then I am an idiot.
Well, two things can be true. All right. So I'm going to review that. If it matters at all, we'll definitely determine if you... I want to look at it regardless because I can't even believe that you would have taken it. If you did, I want to hear what you said.
Yeah, me too.
For some reason, I do think that he did. But I don't remember the exact reasoning.
All right. Well, we'll move on. I do not need to look this one up. So, Tyler, Kevin Newman, 89.5 weighted runs created plus. Guess what you took, Tyler?
I took the over because I believed that he would be 90.
Yeah, you took the over, you dum-dum. And 89.5 is not good, but he was awful. I even recall talking to you about this, and I was like, yeah, it's going to be over.
Yeah, definitely thought it was. I mean, I think we all assumed as Pirates fans that he was going to be at least like slightly below league average as a hitter. And then a bad defender for shortstop. And we just got the complete opposite.
His wins created plus was identical to his last year. 54 and 54. Back-to-back 54s.
Yeah, well, last year didn't count. That was a fake year.
The guy hit 750 in spring training when we did this.
I forgot all about that. Thank you, Donardo. I forgot.
We did this over under coming off of spring training where Kevin Newman batted 750.
Thank you for that, Donardo. I appreciate you. I mean, I think we all, maybe not Jim, but I feel like we assumed he was going to be probably a below average hitter, league average wise, but at least respectable. Turns out he would have been better off bunting.
Every time.
Yeah.
Probably.
My bad for believing. I'm such an optimist.
Damn right you are. So no point for you.
Stupid optimistic Tyler.
So
61
far,
wins, Jim. Piss off.
That's right. So far, point for me, maybe a point for Jim, and no points for Tyler. Next question. Oh boy. Gregor Polanco, this is for me. Gregor Polanco hits 19.5 home runs. I did take the over, and I recall this as well. I said I felt confident he could have a terrible batting average, but he'll hit 20 home runs.
Yeah, one part right.
Yeah. Not the home run part. Albeit it probably would have been close if he did not get DFA'd.
Yeah, if he would have stuck around, you would have been close.
So no point for me. Interesting. Okay. How about this? All right. So Jim, your next question. Pirates have 1.5 total Tommy John surgeries. And then of course we clarified it as of the 40 man. You took the under. There was no Tommy Johns from the 40 man this year. So congratulations, Jim. And of course, this was right after Cedarland. So that's why we did clarify about the 40 man. So yes, you were correct.
Love it.
How many did they end up having?
0.
I feel like they had one for some reason.
Just Cedarland.
Cedarland was it.
We definitely got scared in the middle of the season.
We had some close calls.
We were nervous as all hell with Ronesy and Yahuri, and
that's honestly a minor miracle that they had 0 coming off of a shortened year where minor leaguers didn't throw.
Yeah, it really is. It's impressive.
Team sucked, but they didn't get hurt.
Right. All right. So point for me.
Yeah, Jim, I got you. All right. So next one. Now, Tyler, this was close. I'll give you that. And much like with Gregor Polanco, yours is more injury related. But the next question for you is Colin Moran, 12.5 home runs as a Pirate. He did finish out the season as a Pirate. You did choose the over. Colin Moran did hit 10. Only 99
probably
games
would have
played.
got there.
Only 99 games played. I'm fully on board with you. I felt he would have got there, but he didn't. So still no points for you.
I'm on the right track, though. I got to stay the course.
The Pirates just ran out of games. That's all it happened.
No,
it's not my fault that Yoshi showed up.
He would have definitely made it if he hadn't gotten hurt. That's, yeah, for sure.
Okay. Next question. So back to me. So this is question number 3. Boy, do I remember this conversation, and for multiple reasons it did not happen. But Travis Swaggerty makes 39 and a half starts. I chose the under, saying, what are you guys smoking? 40 games for Travis Swaggerty. Albeit he probably would have if he didn't get injured. So
He would have made 90 starts.
I got lucky here. I got lucky.
Did I give you that one too?
You did.
I got
remember.
bit by the injury bug.
You
Yeah,
did. You got bit by the injury bug on both ends.
All right, next one. This was Jim. Shockingly, he got an Anthony Alford one. So Jim, Anthony Alford at a .899 Fangraphs WAR. So .899 F WAR. You took the under. So from day one, everyone's coming at you. Everyone come at you from day one. You told us Anthony Alford's terrible. He is not even going to amass a WAR coming out of spring as the starting outfielder.
And I hit that one. Count it.
He
What do
doesn't
you end
go
up
to
with,
detail.
negative?
He just sits there. It's like, yeah, I know. Count it.
He ended up with 0.1.
Just missed it.
It's tough.
You know what's kind of crazy? So he's been wildly consistent in his major league career. He played parts of 5 seasons. His season totals for WAR in the 5 seasons: -0.1, -0.1, -0.1, -0.1, and 0.1.
Yeah. I'm sorry, but I don't still get the Anthony Alford love either. I was a little bit onto this year. I just felt the fact that he was going to play enough games that he could just get a, one win. Nope.
Sure didn't.
Even that Jim walked in to the stadium and saw, did you walk in with the homer or did you walk in when he got the diving catch? I forget. It was
I
a homer, wasn't it?
walked in as he homered in spring training.
And then you saw that amazing catch the very next day.
Saw the diving catch. Yeah.
Anthony Alford's best game ever in his entire life. Jim was in attendance, and he still said he's not getting one WAR. All right. Good job, Jim. Next one. This is back to Tyler. Can't blame the injury on this one, but you're still taking the L's. So 0 for 2 Tyler got asked, hey, Jacob Stallings, 1.99 F WAR. And Tyler says
2.6.
Catchers are handed WAR. And I still don't think Jacob Stallings is going to get 2. And you picked the under.
To be fair, he ended up with 2.6. That's a rounding error.
To be fair. To be fair.
That is 3 of them that I was robbed of.
You were robbed. You were robbed of this one, Tyler.
Yep. It's a rounding error.
Whatever.
Math is wrong all the time. Okay. It's conspiracy. Fangraphs set something up. Gave him extra WAR.
All right. Round it back to me. So this is my question number 4. And albeit, I mean, ironically enough, this is close. So you guys gave me, I think this might have been Jim. You guys gave me O'Neal Cruz 3.5 MLB home runs, which I did take the under. And he did have one. Who knows? If he had played that game on Friday, he might have broke this. He might have had 3 home runs that night.
I don't feel as bad as about giving bad over-unders now that Jim gave you that, because that was stupid.
I thought it was, but I'll tell you what.
He was still 2.5 off, and he only played 2 games.
Yeah, if he would have been called up a week earlier, it would have been over.
It's over. Done deal. Done.
And it's another rounding error.
He hits a home run every other game.
Fair.
8 games, and he would have 4.
He had an 81 home run pace this year, Tyler.
Yeah.
It's fair, I guess.
Interesting. Okay, so this one was me. This was interesting the way it was set up. But all right, Jim. So you were told Mitch Keller, his FIP compared to his ERA. You chose the under. So you said that his FIP would be below his actual ERA. His ERA was terrible. So officially, his ERA was a 6.17. His FIP was a 4.30. So Jim, you also get that one.
There we go. I'm on a roll now.
Do you see this?
That was a me question.
Do you see this
I'm getting
pattern?
hot.
Yes. Sorry, Tyler. Yes. Sorry, Tyler.
Rounding errors everywhere.
Does Tyler get his first prediction correct? So after Jacob Stahl, it's funny how it's almost the same thing. So you were giving Mitch Keller his FIP. Mitch Keller FIP of 4.099. You chose the over. You do get it, Tyler. It was a 4.30.
Oh, congratulations.
Thank God, me
close.
being a doubter finally paid off. Man, did I really think
job,
Keller was going to be
Tyler.
that bad?
I mean,
Because-
4.09.
No, because I purposely
Nice.
gave you the question because I figured he was going to be terrible ERA wise.
Which he was.
And he was. So apparently I've had this thought in my mind for a while that not good. Interesting.
All right, so the people counting at home. So far, I have
one.
3 right. Jim has 3, maybe 4 right. And then
I
Tyler
am
Tyler has 1.
I am 1, and 2.
Yeah, whatever.
Rounding errors for 2 of them.
Okay, so it comes back to me. I forget who asked me this, but Kevin Newman, 13 and a half stolen bases.
There goes
Speedy
me.
Kevin Newman. I chose the over because for one, he was batting 750. I mean, he's going to be on base 300 times this year. You got to steal at least 13. He stole 6. He stole 6 because he was not on base 300 times. The guy had an on base percentage of 265. He
I
stole.
don't know if he was on base
6.
13 times.
He stole 6. So there's an L for me.
Thank God.
Interesting. All right, so back to Jim. Cabrian Hayes. This is his slugging. Cabrian Hayes over and under slugging 4.799. I don't need to look that up. I'm not sure what it is, but I can tell you that Cabrian Hayes did not go over on that slugging.
No.
Jim took
He
the
did
over.
not. He was at 373. Not even close.
Just off.
To be fair, if he would have stepped on first base, it might have been around 400.
That's fair.
That would have added some points. Yeah. Because that counted as a single, right?
No,
Does
not
that
even that.
So does that
Oh, yeah.
count
Because
as
he never
a
actually
rounding error?
reached first
Yeah.
base.
It
So-
counted as an out.
Yeah, that's true.
right?
I wonder what it would have been if he would have touched the base. Let's see.
So would you consider that, Tyler? Would you consider that a rounding error?
No, that's not a rounding error. That's 100 points off.
I'm putting it around the base right.
Touche.
Also, that just set him up for the rest of the year.
That was it. He was never right after that. Just mentally, it had nothing to do with the wrist, nothing. It mentally, he was taken out the entire year because of what he did on the bases.
Why can't you find total bases on Fangraphs? Got to go to Baseball Reference.
Oh no. I think I got to do math on this. So the next question was for Tyler. I believe the way I set it up. Well, let's see here. 155 games played.
10 points, by the way. Slugging percentage would have gone up 10 points had he touched that base.
There you go. Okay. So the next question I had was for Tyler. I know this came from me. I gave him Adam Frazier 107.5 days as a Pittsburgh Pirate. You chose the under.
I think it ended up going over.
So he played 98 games. I forget how I had this set up. I don't know the
You
math.
had days, right?
Right. Did
I think it went over from what I remember because we had a date marked.
I think it was after the All-Star break. I think that was the date I put in here, which equaled 107 days or something like that.
He was definitely over that.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure I'm wrong on this, but I can't remember the exact date.
Because he got traded at like right before the deadline. We know that it was like a week before. But I do believe the way I set it up was
what day was he traded?
It was that Sunday before the deadline.
Okay. So
Jim, you do the math.
We can figure this out pretty easily here. There's 31 days in April. If we count the last day of March, which was opening day, 31 in May, June, 30 days. July, if he was traded,
definitely over then
on the 22nd. Does that sound right? Or the 23rd?
It was that Sunday. It was right after the game.
So 23. So he was a Pirate for 115 days.
Okay. Perfect. So Tyler takes an L again.
Rounding here.
All right. We'll move forward. So the next one for me was, oh, wow. So Cabrian Hayes, 14 and a half defensive runs saved. Cabrian Hayes misses all that time. And yet I win this.
It's a fake stat.
Because Cabrian Hayes had, come on, so slow. He led.
Who uses defensive runs saved?
He led.
Use fielding percentage, you loser.
He had 16.
Perfect. 16. So I won this still. Incredible.
That's impressive.
That's super impressive. And I remember going back and forth on that. Like I was kind of leery. Because that's still elite. I mean, 16 is elite for a full season.
Yeah.
All right. Jim, you're up. So, okay. See, like, this is why I feel like we got to really listen to that podcast. So, Jeff Hartley, 2.5 saves. Jim did choose the under. Jim, you do win. Clearly, he got the under.
Yeah. I don't know if anybody had 2.5 saves.
Even Rich Rod might have had one. Oh, man. Okay, so let's move on to Tyler. Tyler, you're taking a W here. So congratulations. You get another point.
Go, me.
And the injury bug helped you. So Cody Bolton, 9.5 starts. You chose the under.
God, that was the easy dub. I'm just smarter than you guys.
If he hadn't gotten hurt, though, he probably would have hit that.
Duh.
Yeah, easily. So for once, Tyler gets helped out by the injury. Good job, man. Good job.
Yep.
Wow. So I got my second Gregor Polanco, and this goes right to how I played off the first one with the home runs. So someone asked me, Gregor Polanco, 94.5 weighted runs created plus. I said under. I said he's hitting over 20 home runs, but he's going to be under the 94.5. And boy, did I win that one. I hope I didn't even hesitate with that one.
Yeah.
I feel like Tyler's the one that asked me that based on his reaction here.
I don't even know. I know one that I asked it's going to come up that we're just going to need this smooth right over.
All right. Next up is Jim. Jim. I recall you actually kind of going back and forth and debating this as well. So Brian Reynolds, 17 and a half home runs. You did choose the over. And Brian Reynolds did hit 24.
There we go.
Thoughts on that, Jim? Thoughts on that?
I mean, I'm just better at this game than you guys. That's all. No, I mean, I figured he was going to go over that. I don't think I struggled with that one. Honestly. No.
I think it was me who asked you it. So
yeah,
okay.
I think I was thinking he was going to go over 20.
I think 17 and a half is a really fair number. Seeing him over 20 is really encouraging, though.
Yeah, I mean, Zips had him going into the year hitting 16. So, yeah,
and he did hit 16 in 2019, and he hit 7 last year in 55 games. So, yeah. I mean, yeah, that 17 and a half seems about right. So, like you said, Tyler, it is actually very encouraging. I mean, he hit 24 this year. I mean, we know what he did the average wise. I mean, the guy was just a really good hitter.
He was good. I mean, it was the best offensive season that we've seen since prime Kutch.
God forbid anyone compare the two. But I digress. All right. Next up, Tyler. So we did Bolton. So oh, man. This might be the biggest L so far, and you've taken quite a few, Tyler. Guess which one this is, Tyler?
I don't even remember anymore.
All right. So 49 and a half appearances. Mind you took the over on this.
This is Edgar Santana, isn't it? If they would have kept him, he would have.
He got cut like the day after this.
So Edgar Santana, Tyler, he didn't make any appearances with Pittsburgh.
Nope, sure didn't.
So now, mind you, he actually only had 41
is a stupid
with
game.
Atlanta.
Why are we playing this?
So you basically said he was going to have at least 50. At least 50. This dude was like the first person cut.
For God's sake, they threw everyone and their mother.
Except for Edgar Santana.
Crazy. You know what's crazy is Edgar Santana pitched 41 games for the NL East winning Braves. Like, what were we doing? Why did we?
Thank you, Jim. I'm smarter than Ben Sherrington.
You look at our bullpen and what they did this year, and it's like they just let Edgar Santana go.
Yeah,
this is a good moment. I'm glad we're talking about this. This is a good moment to bring that back up. I was kind of questioning it. I believe, like we all were. It's like, why did Edgar Santana get like that? You saw what we had this year. Why did Edgar Santana get like let go?
Yeah, I mean, he ended up going to the Braves, who won the NL East. He pitched 42 2/3 innings with them, with a 3.59 ERA.
Yeah.
It's like that meme that, Mom, can we get McDonald's? No, we got McDonald's at home, but it's Edgar Santana and Luis Oviedo.
It's not even that. You get down the whole list of literally like everyone other than like David Bednar and Rich Rod.
Yeah. Edgar Santana would have been the second best relief pitcher at the end of the year.
Yes. For sure. Well, I mean Stratton and Bednar.
Maybe Stratton, yeah.
Okay, so once again, I am hurt by Pirates' bad decisions. I should be 4-1 right now.
You know what? You know what happened? So Ben Cherington, like when the plane came out, right, and Vegas put all the odds on it, Ben Cherington put some money aside and was like, here's Bob Nutting is not going to give me the resources on this payroll for myself, right, to make this a competitive team. He's like, so I got to do it myself. So he's like, listen, Edgar Santana is going to be a casualty today for the better of this team tomorrow. And that's what it was. He just won $100 million thanks to you, Tyler. So good job. Congratulations. You helped out. Ben Cherington got $100 million that he's going to put into this team now because of this blank.
I'm just taking
Congrats, Tyler. Congrats.
Piss off, Jim.
Okay, so this is interesting. Jim, you want to look this one up for me as well? Since you're the official,
David Bednar?
official stats guy.
Let's move on.
Yeah.
So somebody gave me Stephen Brault as a hitter,
Okay.
the 87.49 average exit velocity.
Ooh, all right.
I did take the over. I feel like Brault, he didn't do too well with the bat this year. So maybe the 4 or 5 times he made contact this year, because of course he also didn't play much at all.
Right. What was the number again?
87.49. And I did take the over.
Average exit velocity?
Yep.
89.1.
Boom.
Hold on. Are you looking at the correct thing?
Oh, I'm looking at pitching. My bad.
Oh,
Yeah,
come
thank you.
on, Jim.
Oh, sorry. I'm sorry.
Damn
I wasn't giving Donardo a dub like
Damn it,
that.
you got me all hyped up here.
Sorry. 97.2.
What? Wow. He
All right.
wrecked it.
6 batted balls with an average exit velocity of 97.2. He had a max exit velocity of 105.4.
Seriously,
impressive,
put this
actually.
guy in right field.
He had a 50% hard hit percentage.
I'll take
Dude.
it.
What did I say? Better left fielder than Anthony Alford?
And you word it too. Like, this is also not like hyperbole, I think you said, or whatever, right? Like
Yeah.
you're dead serious. I'm with it. Let's do it. Stephen Brault over Anthony Alford. Once again, the McDonald's things, like, we don't need an Ohtani. We have an Ohtani at home. It's
Yeah.
Stephen
There
Brault.
you go. Stephen Brault.
Oh man. So
That's impressive.
It's really impressive, actually.
I don't know
if you
thought
can-
I wasn't gonna get it.
Honestly, I don't know how many guys do that in batting practice with 6 pitches.
He's actually in the 38th percentile in all of Major League Baseball in max exit velocity. Like, that's not bad for a pitcher.
It's not bad. Period.
Better than Kevin Newman.
Probably better than Kevin Newman. I bet Kevin Newman didn't hit any balls 105 miles an hour this year.
Hold on. No. That air quotes, that triple he had, that 3-run drive that went right into the ground. I think that was 100 miles an hour. I think that was triple
that was
digits that went right into the ground.
I think that was fake news.
I think that probably just broke. That was
I'm pretty sure
probably
it just broke
No,
StatCast.
yeah, he was at 109 was his max.
I guarantee you, if you look that up, that was that game.
I'm not going to look that up.
No, I think they fixed that one.
They fixed it. Okay, we'll see.
No, I actually do think I remember reading about that it was like a 50 something mile per hour
Mm,
hit that StatCast was broken for
okay,
because it was so weak.
makes sense. It was so weak.
If you hit it so weak, it does kind of break StatCast.
StatCast, like, we forgot to carry that one.
Right. Yeah.
All right. So cool. Now, I want to know who gave this one, because like right now this looks terrible. And even before this season, I'm like, that's it. I think it was you, Tyler. That would make sense. So you gave Jim this next question.
It was, which is why I just want to move on from it because it was a bad question. Let's go.
We laughed at him about it. I know what.
I know. Let's.
You gave.
I had a few too many beers. I ran out of questions.
I mean,
So
but
I
the
just
thing
looked
is,
at
like,
Steamer
we
real
have
quick.
to hear Jim now, like, gloat. Oh, look at me getting all these right questions, you know. And I'm like,
Yeah, but like
You
I
had
looked
it-
at Steamer real quick. I was like, okay, sure, this will work because everyone was taking my questions.
I mean, you chose Edgar Santana to get over 50 appearances, but then you're like, hey,
You
Jim.
should have.
Hey, Jim, for David Bednar, how about 15 innings pitched?
Let's move on. Not my best work.
So clearly Jim took the over because he's not a complete idiot.
I'm gonna be honest. I said that and I was like, why did I just do that? It wasn't even on my notes anymore because I was scrambling because everyone was taking like players that I wanted to use, and
We
I
did
didn't
have
want
that
to
issue.
repeat Jeff.
I do remember.
I didn't want to repeat Jeff Hartley for the 8th time.
Okay, so god damn, 15 innings pitched, Tyler. All right,
Dude.
Next question. This is
And
back
then like
on
the
to
next
Tyler.
week we have Ford on. He's like, yeah, he's probably gonna be their closer. I'm like, oh shit.
Right. All right. So this one really is incomplete, and out of pity, I'm just going to give it to Tyler. Although I think it should be anyways. But Cody Bolton's ERA compared to Mitch Keller, you did take the over. I mean, Mitch Keller had a terrible ERA.
I mean, that just doesn't count.
Well, you did take the over. And
yeah, but
I guess
he didn't pitch.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Theoretically, so even if he was healthy, I feel like I'd have to give it to you because it can't be the under. You can't say he had a 0 and you win. I mean, theoretically, he didn't even pitch. So I would have gave it to
Technically,
you.
had infinity.
No.
Technically, he had 0.
Infinity would be if he gave up a run and didn't have any innings pitched.
Jim.
He doesn't have an ERA.
Hey, Jim, clean your dirty beard.
All right, so we give Tyler the point. So you have 3 correct now.
Thank you.
Yeah, we'll give him the pity point.
There you go.
That's 3 for me, and 2 because of rounding error, so 5.
Okay, I think I lost this. I clearly did. Okay, so the last question for us now. This is the very last one. So for me, Rich Rod, the over and under on 9.5 home runs given up. I did take the over. Clearly, he was under. He was magnificent with the Pirates. With the Braves, not so much. But
yeah, he gave up 8 for the entire year. For the Pirates, he gave up 2.
2. That sounds about right because he did not have that home run problem at all. So kudos, man, though. But he gave up 6 with the Braves just in this little bit of time.
Left off the postseason roster, wasn't he?
He was.
What's crazy though is like those were like the only runs he gave up though as a Brave. He still had a 3.12 ERA.
He struck out like 2 per 9.
Yeah.
Wow.
3.12.
What?
Yeah.
Yeah, walked 1.5.
What happened to Rich Rod?
He stopped striking guys out.
Yeah, he didn't strike anybody out, but like he didn't. It's not like he performed poorly.
No,
Like,
but his went through the roof.
Yeah, the peripherals are terrible, so his FIP is awful, but the ERA is just fine.
That's just what I'm getting at here. So like I not closely. Like I saw what he was doing. It wasn't great.
Mm-hmm.
But holy hell, I did not see that K rate. And it's not like he pitched 30 innings with the Pirates and he pitched 26 with the Braves. I mean, it's still a fair amount of sample size per se.
Mm-hmm.
He struck out 3.12 per 9. That is literally it.
Yeah. He did 97% left on base rate for the
He went from a
That's why that ERA is so low.
A 22.8 K rate to an 8.5%. 22.8% to an 8.5%. I mean, he still wasn't walking anyone for the most part.
Yeah.
Holy hell. I mean, this is also a dude that in 2020, he struck out 13.11 per 9.
Yeah.
Well, in 2021, he figured, hey, I'm just going to throw one pitch the entire time.
Very true.
That's like all he did. And I mean, it was effective.
Until it wasn't, apparently.
I mean, you still look at people still weren't hitting the ball off of him.
Yeah, true.
I mean,
oh, well. Okay.
The FIP's going to hate a relief pitcher who doesn't strike out anybody. So that's why the FIP was so bad.
I mean, if you're striking out 3.12 per 9, I hate you. Yeah. I don't care who you are. I hate you. Edgar Santana wasn't striking out 3.12 per 9.
Give me Vin Mazzaro.
Yeah.
Almost. I was about to say Del Pozo, but I mean, I won't go that far. All right, so no point for me. Last one for Jim. Oh boy. All right, Jim. Your last question is Kyle Crick. So his average velocity on his 4-seamer is 93.99. You took the under. I believe you're well within the winning rates there.
Probably, what was it, 93.99?
Yeah. The velocity was coming back.
He was at
but-
92.6.
Yeah. All right. Good job, Jim.
I killed this.
Yeah.
The next one's going to be a fun one. I remember this last one.
So this one was with Tyler. Very similar.
Yeah.
So you just stay on the StatCast page, Jim. Kyle Crick's average velocity on his slider of 79.49 miles per hour. Tyler chose the under.
Why did I take the under? I must have had way too many beers that night.
What was it? Velocity again?
Yeah.
78.8.
78.8. So Tyler wins.
78.8.
Good job, Tyler.
Oh, great.
I got that one.
Good job, Tyler.
Good job, Tyler.
That's 4 right. Thank you very much.
So the unofficial
Could be 6.
official scores.
That's not all the questions.
Yeah, it is.
No.
I'm pretty sure it is.
I specifically remember asking a Colin Moran sprint speed question to Tyler.
That was a tiebreaker.
Okay.
If we all got it, there was a tiebreaker. Which, did I not post that? Wait a minute. We did skip. No, we skipped the whole round.
Oh, good Lord. How long did we do this?
Oh yeah, I've been skipping all over the place.
Jeez.
So okay, because it's not
Bernardo
even
skipping the rounds he lost.
it wasn't even the right levels that I skipped at. All right, so we'll go back to me. I guess there is one more. So the one of mine, and how did I just naturally skip one question of us in just random places and met up everywhere?
You're stupid.
At the same point. I don't know. Okay. So the one that I skipped for me, which I win, I guess unofficially because I don't know, but Tyler gave the 0.5 North Shore 9 references by the Fort on a Pirates broadcast.
I'm assuming it's the under.
All he had to do is mention North Shore 9 once. And I said he ain't going to do it. And I win. So give me a point. Give me that point.
Yeah, I think we would have heard about it if he did.
Yeah, I feel like we definitely would have heard
Okay,
about it.
well, I thought maybe we would pop up on a tweet and he would have to respond.
I mean, I recall
That's true. Did you ever get a tweet on
I have
the broadcast that Fort had to read?
but I don't think anyone read it.
Okay. All my tweets were too negative. I didn't get on TV this year.
Really?
I swear too much.
Okay. So point for me. The one that I skipped on Jim randomly. There's a big L for Jim. So Jim chose the over on Todd Frazier. 7.5 home runs.
Yeah, that didn't work out.
That's
Maybe
almost,
I was thinking like
bad as
his
Edgar.
Team USA run is what I was thinking.
Man, 7.5 home runs. The guy didn't even have 4 RBIs. I mean, he had 4 RBIs. He had 3 hits. 7 home runs. Guy had 3 hits. This guy got on base 7 times.
Not great.
Good job, Jim. Big L there. And yes. So back to where you started, Jim. You did go ahead and tell Tyler. You gave him the Colmoran home to first sprint speed of 4.855 seconds. Tyler chose the over. I don't think we need to even look it up.
Yeah,
I think
we're
it's
good.
the over.
It is.
Oh, it's the under.
I mean, Core didn't get fired because Colin Moran had a faster sprint speed because of this.
4.83.
Tyler loses again. Tyler came and get caught.
It's rounding error.
Tyler loses because Colin Moran was too fast.
Listen,
Think about that.
How often do you trust those speedometers in your car? Never. That's why we always go 2 miles per hour under the speed limit, because we don't know what that police scanner is going to say. So we go under by 2. So technically, I won this one as well.
How do you lose because Colin Moran is too fast?
That's a big L right there.
I was steadily good with that one.
Moran Moran sped up from last year. Last year he was 4.86. This year 4.83.
Tyler, yours are funny. I mean, just honestly, everything about this was this is great.
Stupid. Rounding errors everywhere. Nobody knows how to clock anything correctly. Fangraphs doesn't know how to account for catcher war.
It's an excellent way to end this, though. Is Colin Moran being too fast?
That's not fair.
Oh man. All right. Anyways, so there's the plank. So unofficially, I got 7.
I think I got 8.
Jim got 7, maybe 8. So Hartlieb does come into play. I have to find out if Hartlieb,
we'll have to
what you chose. If you did choose the under, you lose. Oh no, we're tied. Sorry, we're tied.
We tie.
If you did actually choose the over, which I can only imagine that you did, you would win with 8, which that's awesome. 8 out of, we gave everyone 10, right? So 8 out of 10, impressive. Tyler, you get the consolation prize. You got 4 out of 10.
That's a lie.
Still better than Kevin Newman.
Just not true.
You're still better than Kevin
Factually
Newman.
Incorrect.
All right. So there's
smartest Pirates fan.
I am.
He's good at
stats.
He's good at history. Just not predicting the future.
Yeah, it's true.
Smarter than stats. What do you want from me?
A better mic. All right. So that wraps that up. Anything else you guys wanted to talk about? Bring up?
What was the tiebreaker, just in case we're tied?
You know what's funny is I don't see one here. That's what made me find that I missed the question.
Gotcha.
Because trying to find the tiebreaker, I saw the sprint speed in the questions. But we had to have had one. I can only imagine.
You would think.
We've done it.
You would think.
I mean, I know we haven't done one of these, but we've done it every year. And it was always a Josh Bell home run. Like every single year with Ryan and I, it was always Josh Bell home runs. But yeah, I don't see one here. But what I do see, still here, as you brought this up in the midway point, Sweetie Reyna, I mean, her comment's still here, guys. I'm not sure if anyone's gone to deliescorts.services.com, but Sweetie Reyna is still tall. She's still fair and attractive. So if you want a good time, check out the comments in the plank. Sweetie Reyna. All right, we out of here.
Yeah.
I guess.
Anything happening in this this football game that I should know about?
It's 21-7.
I don't know. I'm watching Dodgers Giants are 0-0 heading into the bottom of the 4th.
Well, that's good. I'm glad that the opener didn't blow up in the face.
It did not.
So, is Urias pitching at all?
He is.
Presumably pretty well, I guess. All right.
Yeah, hasn't given up any runs.
Thanks, Jim. You know who else didn't give up any runs this year for the Pirates? Edgar Santana.
Edgar Santana.
No, not at all. Now,
Nope.
I mean, that would have been a good one. If he would have took under on runs earned, Tyler, you would have won that.
Yeah.
Probably would have took the over on that, though, I assume, too.
It's off.
But at least Bednar pitched over